Wheelchair.
Yes, being the right arm makes it more of a nuisance.
Yes, of course. Tell me, how did it happen?
A murder accident. Jolly bad luck lately. I had a bicycle spill a couple of days before, too.
Really? Well, it's part of my duty as a railway official to investigate mishaps on the railway, how they happen, and how they can be avoided. In fact, I've made quite a study of the subject. Would you care to tell me more about the circumstances?
Certainly. We'll take the bicycle spill first, then. I was riding along to the cricket club. And I'd been that way dozens of times without passing anything.
And what about the one that gave you that?
Oh, just dash bad luck again. If I'd been a few moments later, nothing would have happened. One day last week, I was driving along a country road. And I found I had a broken wrist.
Two very interesting stories, my boy, particularly to me. You see, we on the railways take special pride in our freedom from accidents.
Yes, you're jolly lucky on the railways. But I don't see how that helps me in my misfortune.
Well, if you'll forgive me for saying so, I think that what you call misfortunes are largely due to your own carelessness in some respects. A thing that no railway man would allow to enter into the working of trains. Furthermore, we don't believe in leaving things to luck. It may interest you to know that a great deal of thought, ingenuity, hard work and responsibility have gone to the building up of the confidence that you and thousands of others have in the safety of rail travel. For instance, at this junction we're running through, the driver has observed and obeyed signals which apply to him and allow him to pass through this complication of points and crossings in safety. All very simple, you may think, but there are many safety devices which prevent mistakes being made by the signalman, such as the locking of points, track circuits, and things like that. No, I won't bore you with the details. The complex system of the railways necessitates the dovetailing of hundreds of trains each day, and a specialized staff have to be consulted for timing of any additional trains to those in the basic service. Engineers of experience are constantly checking and improving their designs from the safety angle, and careful maintenance is essential. All over the line, gangs of men are to be found working on track maintenance to see that it is kept in perfect condition. All these departments, and others indirectly, combine to achieve one main purpose, namely, to get passengers to their destination, firstly in safety, secondly, with a minimum delay. For it's better to arrive safely, although 10 minutes late, than to arrive with, well, shall we say, a broken wrist, or perhaps not to arrive at all. Now, let's examine your accidents. Perhaps we can learn something from the railway methods. And maybe you'll see some connection with your misfortune, as you put it just now. When you were riding that bicycle, for instance, you did two things that the railways would never do. Firstly, you had your cricket bag across your handlebars. Not only does that interfere with the control and balance of your machine, but it's liable to foul passing traffic. The railways would convey an awkward load like that, logs for instance, lengthways. Then again, look where you were at that corner. On the right of the road, what the railway man curiously enough calls the wrong road, by which he means the traffic only moves in one direction over each set of rails en route. You were, then, on the wrong road. And to make matters worse, going round a blind corner.
So I should have had my bag lengthways and kept well over to the left.
Of course.
How do railwaymen learn about these things?
Well, each man has a rule book, just as you were given a copy of the Highway Code. But the railway man has to study his rule book and is even examined periodically on his knowledge of it. Whereas I wonder if you have studied the Highway Code even superficially. Have you?
Well, I have read it. I had to for my driving test.
Yes, but you didn't exactly live up to it, did you, my boy? For your second accident was due to breaking rules. You were approaching a major road. Now, I happen to know that spot you spoke of quite well. Didn't you see that halt sign?
Halt sign? Well, no, I can't say that I did.
Well, then, that was the primary cause of your accident. You disregarded a signal put there for your safety, as well as for the safety of others using the road. I may say that an engine driver would be punished very severely for an offence of that kind, whether it resulted in an accident or not. You will appreciate that the whole safety of railway travel is primarily due to the strict observance of signals, as they are the means of communicating to the drivers the knowledge which the signalmen have of the track ahead. You should have stopped and looked both ways before crossing. A railway man does this by instinct. You can verify that any day, anywhere. But while I've been talking, we've probably passed 20 signal boxes, each manned by a trained staff who have ensured that the track is clear for the train to proceed. Meanwhile, the driver has observed possibly 50 signals, ready to obey at once if they have warned him of any danger. That, no doubt, is why we slowed down just now. Oh, hello. We're slowing down again. That was because the track was under repair and a temporary speed restriction had to be imposed. So, although the driver knows quite well that he'll not complete his journey on time, it does not prevent him from obeying implicitly all the signals he observes. His first duty is to complete his journey in safety, and his superiors will make due allowance for the cause of any loss of time. If only the public would be as careful in observing the road signals and the highway code, need I say more?